Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Anthony. I want to say a very big thank you to all my returning subscribers, and if you're just visiting this channel for the very first time, welcome. So on today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draft and sew this corporate dress. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to work on the half length, that is from the shoulder to the waist. You all know that. So I'm going ahead to mark from the shoulder to my half length, which is also the waist, is 17 and a half, and that is my bust point, and that is my under bust, and that is my bust point. Apologies, I noticed that this video wasn't very clear. So you're going to mark from your shoulder to your bust point, from your shoulder to your under bust, and from your shoulder to your half length. So I've gone ahead to mark my neck depth, which is 3, and then also creating my shoulder slope. So you're going to come down from your shoulder by 1. So when you mark your neck depth 3, you mark your shoulder. So the shoulder I'm working with is 16 divided by 2, so I have 8. From the 8, you're going to come down by 1 and then connect the lines together just the way I am doing so. After that, we're going to be creating our chest line. So your chest line, to get your chest line, is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5, or rather you just go up by 2, but for this video I just decided to go up by 2. So is either you go by 2 or you divide your bust by 6.5 plus 1 point. Sorry, you divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. Divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. That's how to get your chest line. And then I'm going to connect these lines together to get our armhole length. Thank you. So the next thing we're going to be working on is our bust gap. So the bust gap I have here is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So I'm going to be marking 4 from the bust point to the under bust to the half length or to the waist, whichever you call it. So I'm going to connect these 3 lines together, and then I would also go to my shoulder slope and then mark the middle part of my shoulder slope and connect the lines to meet the bust point. So this is my shoulder slope. I've gone ahead to mark the mid part of the shoulder slope, and then I'm going to be connecting these 2 lines together. So the next thing for us to do is to create a dark leg after marking out these lines together. So we're going to create a dark leg by going in on both sides by 0.5. You're going to go in by 0.5, and then you're going to connect it to meet the bust point. So you're going to come down by 0.5 from the bust point, come down by 0.5 from the bust point, and then you connect these lines to mix together. So this is because you don't want to have a very pointy edge. And once you're done doing that, the next thing we're going to be doing is to work on the underbust tightening. This is how I like to do my underbust tightening, and it really works for me. So connect these lines to these 2 dark legs to meet each other. And to work on your underbust tightening, the first measurement you're going to take note of is your bust measurement. You're going to divide your bust by your bust divided by 4 in your mark, and then your waist divided by 4 in your mark. So this bust I'm working with, I think, is 38. So this is me dividing my bust by 4, and then I'm marking. Please do not add allowance. That was an error. Please just mark your bust divided by 4, place it on the chest line, and then your waist divided by 4, place it on the half length, and then connect these lines together. Please do not add the allowance at this point. Do not add the allowance. So I've gone ahead to mark it, and then I'm going to be connecting these lines together. And once you're done connecting the lines together, the next thing for us to do is to start doing our underbust tightening. And to do your underbust tightening, you divide your underbust by 4, and then you mark whatever you have. You divide it by is it 2 equal halves? You divide by 2 equal halves. But I'm going to be dropping a link on my description box to show you a better understanding of how to divide your underbust by how to do a tightening on your underbust. But then whatever you have here, you're going to put the largest part on the side that is facing the armhole, and the smallest part you're going to be putting it on the center front. So now I have 0.75, so I'm going to be putting 0.25 to face the center front, and 0. I think 0.7 to face the armhole. So this is it. So this is 0. This is where I'm going to be putting the 0.25. So whatever you get, for example, if you have 1, after dividing your underbust by by 4. Whatever you have left, you're going to share the smallest part, put it on the center front, and also the biggest part, you're going to be putting it on the armhole side, that is on the side front. So I'm going to be dropping a link on my description box for better understanding of how to do your underbust tightening. So this is me placing the smallest part on the center front. I'm going to be marking it here, and then from that part I'm going to be marking the largest part, which is 0.7. I'm going to be marking it on 0.7. I'm going to be marking it on the side front. So that is how to go about tightening your underbust. So I'm just going to get my curve ruler, and you're going to place your curve ruler this way to connect it to meet that line. Make sure it's not pointy, and also I'll turn the curve ruler on the other side and also connect it to meet that line. That is the line that we use in creating our dart leg. And then we are done doing that, once you're done doing that, the next thing is to make sure you draw a straight line to meet the dart leg on the bottom. You draw a straight line to meet the dart leg on the bottom on both parts. But sometimes if your underbust, there's sometimes when you are doing this, you would notice that the leg is not meeting the dart leg, is kind of slanty. That's not a problem. Just go ahead and do it. After you're done sewing, you're going to see that it's going to align. So this is what we have after connecting all the lines together. You can see there's no pointy edge. So once we're done doing that, the next thing is to work on the armhole. So I'm going to be working on the armhole by looking for the mid part of the armhole and connecting it to meet the bust line on the chest line, the bust point on the chest line. I hope we understand this. So I'm just taking out those other pencil mark that we do not need. So go to your armhole depth and look for the mid part. Or you either go up by 3 or you look for the mid part. So it's a two-way thing. You go up by 3 or you look for the mid part of that line. Go in by 0.5, mark, connect it with a straight line, and then once you don't connect it with a straight line, you're going to use your curve rule to connect it to meet your bust point line that you already marked. So that is it for this part of the tutorial. And the next thing we are going to be doing is to cut this out. So please just make sure you pay attention and see how I'm cutting it out. I'm just trying to confirm if all my measurements are accurate, which is very important. Please do confirm that before cutting, that your measurements are accurate. Thank you. So I've gone ahead to cut it out, and I've used my tracing wheel to mark out the dots. So I'm going to be opening my pattern paper. Please, this pattern paper was folded into two. I indicated in the beginning of the video. So you are going to open up your pattern paper, because this part we are doing it is slanty. It's a corporate slant, is that you can see how the style is on the beginning of the video. So I've gone ahead to use my tracing wheel to mark the dot on the other side of the pattern paper, and the next thing for us to do is to create the slanty effect of the upper part on the bodies. So I'm going to take my tape, and then on this part I'm going to be coming down by 2. So you could come down by any measurement that you're comfortable with, but for me, because this person is a petite size, I don't want it to be too deep. So that is another thing you should consider when you're working. You also need to understand the body size of your client. Is the person on a plus size? If the person is on a plus size, you don't have to come down by 2, because it's going to be looking very short. So once you come down by 2 on the other side of the pattern paper, after coming down by 2 on this part, so on the other side of the pattern paper from the chest line, you are going to be going up again, either by 2 or 2 points. I'm just trying to mark out the middle part of my armhole. Please ignore that. So on the chest line, you are going to go up by either 1.5 or by 2. Please, on the chest line, you go up by either 1.5 or by 2. Like I mentioned, do what works for you, and you can see how I'm placing the ruler to connect all these lines together. So once you're done slanting that part on the pattern paper, the next thing is to cut out all the dots lines, cut out all the lines that we've draft. So just watch out how I'm going about on this. Thank you. So this is what we have after cutting, but then I just realized that it was later after sewing. This depends on you. So for me, I just felt like, okay, the upper part I wouldn't have just slat it into three pieces, that is this and that. So I've gone ahead to cut it on the fabric. I had a 0.5 inch at all the part that needed to be added, and then 1.5 at the side. That's it at the side. So I'm going to pull this aside and then show you the back. I've drafted the back of the camera because I noticed this video was very long. So this is just the basic back. So that is the zipper part and that, and also this is the skirt part. I've gone ahead to draft it off the camera. Of course, it's just a basic skirt. So I'm going to put this aside and show you how we are going to be sewing it. Thank you. So the first thing you're going to do is to join all the dots together. You can see I've gone ahead to join, and then this is me showing you how I weaved it. Please make sure you weave what you're working with. Make sure you weave while you're sewing. So I've gone ahead to join that together, and then I'm going to join the upper part where I slant to this or the down part where I slant. Once I'm done doing, I'm also going to join the skirt. So this is the skirt. Make sure the dot lines are all equal. You can see how equal it is. It's going to give a very nice fitting. So this is the skirt. I will join it together, and this is what we have after joining it together. You can see the dots on the skirt are also equal. So I'm going to put this aside and then show you how we're going to work on the back. So this is the back, and also I've gone ahead to join the dot for the back, and this is the back skirt. I'm also going to be joining the back skirt with the upper bodice together. So this is what we have. I've gone ahead to join the front and the back together. So you can see this is the back and the front, and also I've fixed the zip off the camera because I noticed this video was very long, and I was also losing light, and I needed to finish this very fast ASP. So apologies, those parts were not captured on the video, but then it's just a very simple dress. I'm going to put this aside and show you how to fix the sleeve. I already have a video of how a detailed video of how to fix the sleeve. So at this point, if you're yet to subscribe on my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe and hit on notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. And please do give us a comment, tell us what you think about this video, and do not forget to share this video to your fellow sewmates. So the first thing you're going to do is to fold your sleeve into two. Is either you're drafting on the pattern paper or on the fabric, but then I just feel drafting on the fabric is okay because this is really not serious. So you're going to fold it into two, and the wideness of the sleeve that I'm working with is 28 divided by 2, so that is going to give me 14, and I have 14 then, and the length of the sleeve I'm working with is 25. So usually some people length of sleeve is 22. So let's say if the length of your sleeve get to your wrist by 23, you would add extra 5 inches or extra 4 inches. This is just to give the puffy look of the sleeve, because we're the kind of sleeve we're working with is an exaggerated puff sleeve. So the more length you give for the sleeve, the fuller it becomes. So I'm just trying to check the shoulder if it's equal. So we have about 5 there. I'm going to reduce it to 4. This is a freehand way of sewing, not a patterned way. This it usually works for me. So but if then the person is on a very petite size like a size 4, I always use 3 or 3.5, but this works for me perfectly. So I'm trying to trim off the armhole, making sure it is equal. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a freehand way of sewing. So if you also follow this pattern just the way I am doing, it's also going to work for you. But mind you, 3 cannot work for a plus size, so you just follow your what works for you. So I'm also going to take up the tip and then be sure that this is rightly done, because after sewing, with 0.5, it's going to fall to 4. So I'm just using my tip to check the armhole if it corresponds to what I want. You can see how I'm doing that. And once I'm done checking and I'm okay with it, I'm just going to pick up the sleeve and then start sewing. So this is up to you to do what works for you. So you don't have to just do this. So different armhole work for different clients. So I'm just trying to check and making sure that it is equal, and this is what I want. So I'm going to open it there, and then this is the sleeve. I'm going to be fixing the sleeve right away. Like I mentioned, I have a detailed video on the description box. The link will be dropped on the description box on how to sew the sleeve. So the best video you're going to be seeing is the dress. So this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it is. Tell me what you think on the comment section, and also please do not forget to subscribe, hit on notification bell so you can get notified once we upload any sewing tutorial. And please also share to your fellow soulmates. Thank you so much, guys, for staying to the end of this video. I really appreciate. See you on my next video. Bye.